In the heart of a bustling city, where dreams often collide with harsh realities, a young homeless girl named Mia stumbles upon a forgotten wallet on a park bench. Little does she know, this simple act of kindness will unravel a web of secrets, love, and sacrifice that will change her life forever. As she returns the wallet to its owner, she discovers not just a name, but a hidden identity that will challenge everything she thought she knew about herself and the world around her. Mia had always been a dreamer. At just 18, she had envisioned a life filled with laughter, love, and adventure. But the harsh realities of life had led her to the streets, where survival was a daily battle. She had lost her family to circumstances beyond her control and found herself navigating the unforgiving urban landscape alone. Each day was a struggle, but Mia held on to hope, believing that something extraordinary was waiting just around the corner. One chilly autumn morning, as the leaves danced in the wind, Mia wandered into a park, seeking a moment of solace. The sun peeked through the clouds, casting a warm glow on the vibrant foliage. As she sat on a bench, her stomach growled, reminding her of the empty pit within. She closed her eyes, imagining a life where she could enjoy a warm meal and a cozy bed. As she opened her eyes, something caught her attention: a small leather wallet lying abandoned on the bench. Curiosity piqued, she picked it up, her heart racing. Inside, she found a driver's license, credit cards, and a few crumpled bills. The name on the license read, Emily Carter. Mia felt a pang of guilt. She knew what it was like to lose something precious, and she couldn't ignore the urge to return it. Determined, Mia set off to find Emily, unaware that this simple act of kindness would lead her down a path filled with unexpected twists and turns. Mia's journey to return the wallet was not as straightforward as she had hoped. She wandered through the city, clutching the wallet tightly, her mind racing with thoughts of Emily. What kind of person was she? Did she have a family? Was she worried about the lost wallet? After hours of searching, Mia finally found herself in front of a quaint coffee shop, the name Cafe Serenity etched in elegant letters on the window. She hesitated for a moment, feeling out of place in her tattered clothes. But the thought of returning the wallet pushed her forward. Inside, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee enveloped her, and she spotted a woman sitting alone at a corner table, her head buried in a book. Mia's heart raced as she approached, her hands trembling slightly. "Excuse me," she said softly. "Are you Emily Carter?" The woman looked up, her eyes widening in surprise. "Yes, that's me. How did you know?" Mia held out the wallet, her voice barely above a whisper. "I found this in the park. I wanted to return it to you." Emily's expression shifted from surprise to gratitude. "Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I thought I'd lost it forever." She reached for the wallet, her fingers brushing against Mia's. In that moment, a connection sparked between them, a fleeting understanding of each other's struggles. As they talked, Mia learned that Emily was a successful marketing executive, but her life was not as perfect as it seemed. She had recently lost her mother to illness and was grappling with the weight of her responsibilities. The loss had left her feeling isolated, and she often found solace in the pages of her books, escaping into fictional worlds. Mia shared her story too, revealing the hardships she faced on the streets. Emily listened intently, her heart aching for the girl before her. "You're incredibly brave," she said, her voice filled with empathy. "I can't imagine what you've been through." As their conversation deepened, Mia felt a sense of belonging she hadn't experienced in a long time. Emily offered to buy her a coffee, and for the first time in ages, Mia felt a flicker of hope. They exchanged numbers, promising to stay in touch, unaware of the profound impact they would have on each other's lives. Days turned into weeks, and Mia and Emily's friendship blossomed. They met regularly at Cafe Serenity, sharing stories, laughter, and tears. Emily introduced Mia to a world of possibilities, encouraging her to pursue her dreams. She even helped Mia secure a part-time job at the cafe, a lifeline that provided her with a sense of purpose and stability. However, as their bond grew stronger, so did the complexities of their lives. Emily, still grappling with her mother's death, found herself increasingly drawn to Mia's resilience and spirit. Yet she also felt a pang of guilt for her own privilege. Mia, on the other hand, was beginning to feel a sense of belonging that she had longed for, but she was haunted by the fear of losing it all. One evening, as they sat together in the cafe, Emily noticed Mia's distant gaze. "What's on your mind?" she asked gently, concern etched on her face. Mia hesitated, her heart racing. I don't want to be a burden to you. You have your own life, and I'm just a girl from the streets." Emily reached across the table, taking Mia's hand in hers. "You're not a burden. You're my friend, and friends help each other. We all have our struggles, Mia. You've shown me strength I didn't know I had." But as their friendship deepened, the shadows of their past loomed larger. One fateful night, Mia returned to the cafe after a long shift, only to find Emily in tears. "What happened?" Mia rushed to her side, her heart pounding. Emily wiped her eyes, her voice trembling. "I just got a call from my father. He wants me to come home. He's been struggling since Mom passed, and he needs me there. I don't know what to do." Mia felt a knot tighten in her stomach. "You should go. Your family needs you." "But what about you?" Emily's eyes were filled with worry. "I can't just leave you here." Mia took a deep breath, her heart aching. "I'll be okay. I've survived this long. You have to take care of yourself and your family." As Emily prepared to leave, the weight of their impending separation hung heavy in the air. They shared a tearful goodbye, promising to stay in touch, but both knew that life had a way of pulling people apart. Days turned into weeks, and Mia found herself feeling lost without Emily. The cafe felt emptier, the laughter that once filled the air now replaced by silence. She threw herself into her work, but the absence of her friend left a void that was impossible to fill. One evening, as she was closing up the cafe, Mia received a text from Emily. "I miss you. I'm coming back for a visit next week. Can't wait to see you." Mia's heart soared at the thought of reuniting with her friend, but as the days passed, she couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Emily's messages became less frequent, and Mia sensed a change in her friend's tone. Finally, the day of Emily's visit arrived. Mia waited anxiously at the cafe, her heart racing with anticipation. When Emily walked through the door, Mia's face lit up, but she quickly noticed the sadness in Emily's eyes. "Hey," Mia said, pulling her into a warm embrace. "I'm so glad you're back." Emily smiled weakly, but it didn't reach her eyes. "I missed you too, Mia, but I have something to tell you." They sat down, and Emily took a deep breath. "I've been doing a lot of thinking. My father needs me, and I can't keep running away from my responsibilities. I think I need to stay home for a while." Mia's heart sank. "But what about us? What about everything we've built together?" Emily's eyes filled with tears. "I don't want to leave you, but I have to take care of my family. I hope you understand." Mia felt a wave of emotions crash over her. Anger, sadness, and a deep sense of loss. "I understand, but it hurts. I thought we were in this together." Emily reached for Mia's hand, her voice trembling. "We are. But sometimes life pulls us in different directions. I'll always be here for you, no matter the distance." As they parted that day, Mia felt a piece of her heart shatter. She watched Emily walk away, the weight of their unspoken words hanging heavy in the air. In the weeks that followed, Mia struggled to cope with the void left by Emily's absence. She threw herself into her work at the cafe, but the joy she once found there was now overshadowed by loneliness. The city felt colder, the streets more unforgiving. One evening, as she sat on a park bench, Mia pulled out her phone, scrolling through the messages from Emily. They had exchanged a few texts, but the conversations felt strained, as if they were both trying to hold on to something that was slipping away. Just then, a familiar voice broke through her thoughts. "Mia?" She looked up to see a man standing before her, his face partially obscured by the shadows of the evening. It was Jake, a regular at the cafe, known for his warm smile and easygoing nature. He often struck up conversations with Mia, sharing stories about his life and dreams. "Hey, Jake," Mia replied, forcing a smile despite the heaviness in her heart. What brings you here? I was just passing by and thought I'd see if you were around. You look a bit down. Everything okay? He asked, concern etched on his face. Mia hesitated, unsure if she wanted to share her troubles. But something about Jake's genuine demeanor made her feel safe. It's just, I've been missing a friend who moved away. It's been hard adjusting to the change. Jake nodded, his expression softening. I get that. Friends can be like family, and when they're gone, it leaves a big hole. But you know, sometimes change can lead to new beginnings. Mia looked at him, intrigued. What do you mean? Well, Jake said, sitting down beside her. I used to feel lost when my best friend moved to another city, but it pushed me to explore new opportunities, meet new people, and even discover things about myself I didn't know. It was tough, but it helped me grow. Mia considered his words, feeling a flicker of hope. Maybe you're right. I just wish things could go back to how they were. Life doesn't work that way, Jake replied gently, but it can lead you to unexpected places. You're strong, Mia. You've already overcome so much. Don't let this setback define you. As they talked, Mia felt a warmth spreading through her chest. Jake's encouragement ignited a spark within her, reminding her of the resilience she had always possessed. They spent the evening sharing stories and laughter, and for the first time in weeks, Mia felt a sense of connection again. Over the next few weeks, Mia and Jake grew closer. They explored the city together, discovering hidden gems and sharing dreams over coffee. Jake's presence became a source of comfort, and Mia found herself smiling more often. Yet in the back of her mind, she still felt the weight of Emily's absence. One day, as they walked through a bustling street fair, Mia spotted a booth selling handmade jewelry. She paused, admiring a delicate silver bracelet adorned with a small charm shaped like a heart. I love this, she said, her eyes sparkling. Why don't you get it? Jake suggested, nudging her playfully. It would look great on you. Mia hesitated, glancing at the price tag. I don't know, I can't really afford it. Consider it a little gift to yourself, he encouraged. You deserve it. With a deep breath, Mia decided to treat herself. As she slipped the bracelet onto her wrist, she felt a sense of empowerment wash over her. It was a small reminder that she was worthy of love and kindness, even from herself. As the weeks turned into months, Mia continued to grow and heal. She found solace in her job at the cafe, where she poured her heart into every cup of coffee she served. She also began volunteering at a local shelter, helping others who were struggling, just as she once had. But despite her progress, she couldn't shake the feeling of longing for Emily. One evening, as she was closing up the cafe, she received a text from her friend. Hey Mia, I've been thinking about you. Can we talk? Mia's heart raced as she quickly replied, Of course, I miss you. When can we chat? They arranged a video call for the following evening. As Mia prepared for the call, she felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. Would things be the same between them? Would Emily understand the changes Mia had gone through? When the call finally connected, Mia's heart soared at the sight of Emily's familiar face. Mia, it's so good to see you, Emily exclaimed, her smile brightening the screen. You too, I've missed you so much, Mia replied, her voice filled with warmth. As they caught up, Mia shared her experiences at the cafe and the shelter, her voice brimming with passion. Emily listened intently, her eyes shining with pride. You've really grown, Mia. I'm so proud of you. But as the conversation continued, Mia sensed a heaviness in Emily's tone. I've been struggling too, Emily admitted, her voice trembling. Being home has been harder than I thought. I feel lost without you. Mia's heart ached for her friend. I wish I could be there for you. I know how tough it can be. I know, Emily said softly, but I want you to know that I'm always here for you, no matter the distance. You are a part of my life, and that will never change. Mia felt a wave of relief wash over her. I feel the same way. I've been trying to find my footing without you, but it's been hard. I miss our talks, our laughter. Emily smiled, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. Me too. But I want you to keep moving forward. You're doing amazing things, and I want you to embrace every opportunity that comes your way." As they continued to talk, Mia realized that while their paths had diverged, their bond remained unbreakable. They shared their hopes and dreams, and for the first time in a long while, Mia felt a sense of clarity. She could honor her friendship with Emily while also embracing her own journey. Weeks passed, and Mia continued to thrive in her new life. She had developed a routine that brought her joy and purpose. She worked at the cafe, volunteered at the shelter, and spent time with Jake, who had become a steadfast friend. Yet the longing for Emily lingered in her heart. One day, as Mia was cleaning up after a busy shift, she received a text from Emily that made her heart race. "I'm coming to visit. I can't wait to see you." Mia's excitement bubbled over. "When? I can't wait either." "Next weekend. I'll be there Saturday morning. Let's make it a day to remember." The days leading up to Emily's visit felt like an eternity. Mia spent hours planning their reunion, wanting everything to be perfect. She envisioned a day filled with laughter, reminiscing about old times, and creating new memories. Finally, the day arrived. Mia woke up early, her heart pounding with anticipation. She dressed carefully, choosing a cozy sweater and the new bracelet she had bought as a reminder of her journey. As she made her way to the cafe, she felt a mix of nerves and excitement. When Emily walked through the door, Mia's heart soared. "Emily!" she exclaimed, rushing to embrace her friend. The warmth of their hug felt like coming home. "Ah, Mia, you look amazing!" Emily beamed, her eyes sparkling with joy. "I've missed you so much." They settled into a corner of the cafe, sipping coffee and catching up on everything that had happened since they last saw each other. Emily shared stories about her family, her struggles, and how she was slowly finding her way back to herself. Mia listened intently, feeling a deep sense of connection. As the day unfolded, they decided to take a stroll through the park where Mia had first found Emily's wallet. The autumn leaves crunched beneath their feet, and the air was filled with laughter as they reminisced about their adventures together. "Remember that time we got lost trying to find that new restaurant?" Emily laughed, her eyes shining with nostalgia. Mia chuckled, shaking her head. "How could I forget? We ended up at that tiny diner instead, and it turned out to be the best meal ever." As they walked, Mia felt a sense of peace enveloping her. The bond they shared was stronger than ever, and she realized that their friendship had evolved. They were no longer just two girls from different worlds. They were allies in each other's journeys. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the park, they found a quiet spot to sit. "I'm so proud of you, Mia," Emily said, her voice filled with sincerity. "You've come so far, and I can see how much you've grown." Mia smiled, her heart swelling with gratitude. "I couldn't have done it without you. You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself." Emily reached for Mia's hand, squeezing it gently. "And I always will. No matter where life takes us, we'll always have each other." In that moment, Mia felt a sense of completeness. They had both faced their struggles, but together they had found strength and resilience. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, Mia knew that this reunion was just the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. As the weeks turned into months, Mia and Emily continued to nurture their friendship, despite the distance that separated them. They scheduled regular video calls, sharing their lives and supporting each other through the ups and downs. Emily's visits became a cherished tradition, and each time they reunited, it felt like no time had passed at all. Mia's life was blossoming in ways she had never imagined. With Emily's encouragement, she enrolled in a community college, pursuing her passion for art. She discovered a talent for painting that had been buried beneath the weight of her struggles. Each brushstroke became a form of therapy, allowing her to express her emotions and experiences in vibrant colors. Jake remained a constant presence in Mia's life, supporting her artistic endeavors and encouraging her to showcase her work. He often visited the cafe, bringing her coffee and snacks while they discussed her latest projects. Their friendship deepened, and Mia found herself developing feelings for him that she hadn't anticipated. Jake was kind, funny, and genuinely interested in her dreams, making her heart flutter in ways she hadn't felt in a long time. One evening, as they sat together in the cafe after closing, Mia nervously fidgeted with her paintbrush. "Jake, I've been thinking. I want to have an art show, just a small one, to share my work with others. But I'm scared." Jake looked at her, his eyes filled with encouragement. "You should absolutely do it. Your art deserves to be seen. I'll help you organize it. We can set up a little exhibition right here in the cafe." Mia's heart raced at the thought. "Really? You'd help me?" "Of course. I believe in you, Mia. You've come so far, and this is your chance to shine," he said, his voice steady and reassuring. With Jake's support, Mia began planning her first art show. She poured her heart into creating new pieces, each one reflecting her journey from homelessness to self-discovery. The canvases became a tapestry of her emotions, vibrant colors representing hope, darker shades symbolizing her struggles, and soft pastels capturing the moments of joy she had experienced along the way. As the date of the exhibition approached, Mia felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. She wanted to make a good impression, not just for herself, but for Emily, who had always believed in her potential. She sent Emily a message, sharing the details of the show and inviting her to attend. "I wouldn't miss it for the world," Emily replied, her enthusiasm palpable through the screen. "I'm so proud of you, Mia. You're going to be amazing." The night of the exhibition arrived, and the cafe was transformed into a gallery filled with Mia's artwork. Friends, family, and even some of the cafe's regulars gathered to support her. As Mia stood by her paintings, she felt a wave of nerves wash over her. What if no one liked her work? What if she embarrassed herself? But as the evening unfolded, Mia was overwhelmed by the positive feedback. People admired her pieces, sharing their interpretations and connecting with the emotions she had poured into each canvas. Jake stood by her side, beaming with pride, and Mia felt a sense of belonging that she had longed for. When Emily arrived, Mia's heart soared. She rushed to embrace her friend, tears of joy brimming in her eyes. "You made it!" "Of course! I wouldn't miss this for anything," Emily said, her voice filled with warmth. "I'm so proud of you, Mia. Your art is incredible." As the night continued, Mia found herself surrounded by friends and supporters, sharing stories and laughter. She felt a sense of fulfillment that she had never experienced before. This was her moment, a celebration of her journey, her resilience, and the love that had carried her through. As the evening came to a close, Mia stood in front of her favorite piece, a large canvas depicting a vibrant sunrise breaking through dark clouds. It symbolized her transformation, the hope that had emerged from her struggles. She felt a hand on her shoulder and turned to see Jake standing beside her. "It's beautiful," he said softly, his gaze fixed on the painting. "Just like you." Mia's heart raced at his words. "Thank you, Jake. I couldn't have done this without you." He turned to her, his expression serious. "Mia, I want you to know that I care about you. You've inspired me in so many ways, and I'd love to explore where this connection between us could go." Mia's breath caught in her throat. She had been feeling the same way, but had been too afraid to voice it. "I care about you too, Jake. I've never felt this way about anyone before." With a smile that lit up his face, Jake took her hand. "Then let's see where this journey takes us together." As the months passed, Mia and Jake's relationship blossomed. They became inseparable, supporting each other through life's challenges and celebrating each other's victories. Mia continued to thrive in her art, gaining recognition in the local community. She even began teaching art classes at the shelter, sharing her passion with others who were struggling, just as she once had. Emily remained a constant source of support, visiting whenever she could and cheering Mia on from afar. Their friendship deepened, and they often shared their dreams and aspirations during their video calls. Emily was pursuing her own passions, taking steps toward a career in writing, and Mia couldn't have been prouder of her friend. One day, as Mia was preparing for another art class at the shelter, she received a text from Emily that made her heart race. "I have some exciting news. I'm coming to visit next weekend, and I want to do something special for you." Mia's excitement bubbled over. "What is it? I can't wait to see you." "You'll see. Just be ready for a surprise, Emily replied, her enthusiasm infectious. The week flew by, and Mia found herself counting down the days until Emily's arrival. She spent her time preparing for her class, excited to share her love of art with others. The shelter had become a second home for her, a place where she could give back and inspire those who were facing their own struggles. When Saturday finally arrived, Mia was a bundle of nerves and excitement. She had set up the classroom with colorful supplies and her own artwork displayed on the walls. As she waited for her students to arrive, she couldn't help but think about how far she had come. The girl who once felt lost and alone was now a beacon of hope for others. Just as the class was about to begin, the door swung open and Emily walked in, a huge smile on her face. "Surprise!" she exclaimed, holding up a large bouquet of flowers. "Mia!" the students cheered, excited to see their beloved teacher's friend. Mia rushed over to Emily, enveloping her in a warm hug. "I'm so glad you're here. What's the surprise?" Emily grinned, her eyes sparkling. "I've been working on something special for you. I want to help you organize a community art show featuring your students' work. It's time for them to shine, just like you did." Mia's heart swelled with joy. "That's an incredible idea. I would love that." The two friends spent the day brainstorming ideas, encouraging the students to create their own pieces for the upcoming show. Mia felt a renewed sense of purpose as she watched her students pour their hearts into their artwork, just as she had done. Emily's presence brought an extra layer of excitement, and together they fostered a supportive environment where creativity could flourish. As the weeks passed, the community art show took shape. Mia and Emily worked tirelessly, promoting the event and encouraging the students to express themselves through their art. The excitement in the shelter was palpable, and Mia felt a sense of fulfillment as she watched her students grow in confidence. On the day of the show, the shelter was transformed into a vibrant gallery filled with the students' artwork. Friends, family, and community members gathered to celebrate the creativity and resilience of these young artists. Mia stood proudly beside her students, her heart swelling with pride as they showcased their work. Emily, who had taken on the role of MC for the event, introduced each student, sharing their stories and the inspiration behind their pieces. Mia watched as her students beamed with pride, their faces lighting up with joy as they received compliments and encouragement from the crowd. As the evening unfolded, Mia felt a sense of gratitude wash over her. This was more than just an art show. It was a celebration of hope, resilience, and the power of community. She glanced at Emily, who was beaming with pride, and felt a deep sense of connection. They had both come so far, and their friendship had become a source of strength for each other. As the night came to a close, Mia stood in front of her favorite piece, a collaborative mural created by her students. It depicted a vibrant landscape filled with colors and symbols of hope, representing their collective journey. She felt a hand on her shoulder and turned to see Jake standing beside her, his eyes filled with admiration. "You did it, Mia. This is incredible," he said, his voice filled with warmth. Mia smiled, her heart swelling with happiness. "I couldn't have done it without you and Emily. You both believed in me when I didn't believe in myself." Jake took her hand, intertwining their fingers. "And we always will. You're an inspiration, Mia." In that moment, surrounded by friends, art, and the love of those who had supported her, Mia realized that she had found her place in the world. She had transformed her pain into purpose, and her journey was just beginning. As Mia stood in the midst of the celebration, she felt a surge of inspiration. She knew that her journey was not just about her own growth. It was about lifting others up and creating a ripple effect of positivity in the world. She turned to her students, who were still buzzing with excitement, and felt compelled to share her message. "Everyone, I want you to remember this moment," Mia said, her voice steady and filled with passion. "Art is not just about creating something beautiful. It's about expressing who you are and sharing your story with the world. Each of you has a unique voice, and I encourage you to use it. Don't be afraid to share your experiences, your dreams, and your struggles through your art. You never know who you might inspire along the way." The students listened intently, their eyes wide with admiration. Mia continued, "Life can be tough, and we all face challenges. But it's how we respond to those challenges that defines us. Use your art as a tool for healing, for connection, and for change. You have the power to make a difference, not just in your own life, but in the lives of others." As she spoke, Mia felt a wave of emotion wash over her. She remembered her own struggles, the loneliness she had faced, and the moments when she had doubted herself. But she also remembered the people who had lifted her up, Emily, Jake, and the community that had embraced her. "If I can do it, so can you," she said, her voice filled with conviction. "Believe in yourselves, and don't be afraid to dream big." The room erupted in applause, and Mia felt a sense of fulfillment that she had never experienced before. She had not only shared her journey, but it also ignited a spark in her students, encouraging them to embrace their creativity and pursue their passions. As the night continued, Mia encouraged her students to connect with one another, to share their stories, and to support each other in their artistic endeavors. She knew that the bonds they formed that night would last long after the exhibition ended. After the event, as the crowd began to disperse, Mia found herself standing outside the shelter with Emily and Jake. The night air was cool, and the stars twinkled above them, a reminder of the beauty that existed in the world. "I can't believe we did it," Emily exclaimed, her eyes shining with excitement. "This was amazing, Mia. You should be so proud of yourself." Mia smiled, her heart full. "I couldn't have done it without you both. You've been my rock through this journey." Jake wrapped an arm around her shoulders, pulling her close. "And we'll always be here for you. This is just the beginning, Mia. You have so much more to offer the world." Mia looked up at the stars, feeling a sense of hope and possibility. "I want to keep creating, keep inspiring others. I want to help more people find their voice through art." Emily nodded, her expression serious. "And you will. Let's make it our mission to create more opportunities for others to express themselves. We can organize more workshops, community events, and art shows. Together, we can make a difference." Mia's heart raced at the thought. "Yes! I love that idea. Let's do it." As they stood together, united by their shared vision, Mia felt a sense of purpose wash over her. She had transformed her pain into passion, and now she was ready to help others do the same. The journey ahead was filled with possibilities, and she was excited to embrace every moment. As Mia looked around at her friends, her heart swelled with gratitude. She had come so far from the girl who once felt lost and alone. With Emily and Jake by her side, she was ready to take on the world, one brushstroke at a time. Together, they would create a community where art thrived, where stories were shared, and where hope blossomed. Mia knew that this was just the beginning of a beautiful journey, and she couldn't wait to see where it would lead them next. This story is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. The characters and events depicted in this narrative are products of the author's imagination and are intended for entertainment purposes only. Ning.